Hola from the west side. It's me, DC the Purple Diva, and it is time for Not So Random Chat. So go grab your coffee, your tea, or whatever your libation is tonight, and let's start to talk about whatever we want to. I'll be right with you guys. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hola from the west side. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hey, Shaka King. Hopefully you can hear me good. Let me turn this music down just a little bit. It's kind of loud. Or maybe I should just move it. Yeah, I'll just move it. So it's not so close to the mic. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for coming through. I know it's late for most people. Hot mic. Let me see if I can turn the mic down a little bit. Oh, I'm turning it up. Let me turn it down. Testing, testing. Okay, that's a little bit better. I was a little loud. I'm a little loud, and I have the mic right here, but I just want to make sure it's not too loud. So anyway, I have been slacking on my YouTube stuff for the last 2 days, and I apologize. I apologize. But I've been trying to make some moves in my offline career. Um, so I think I told you guys that I was up for promotion. Well, I had a conversation yesterday with my current manager, and they told me that I should apply for both of the positions instead of just one and see what happens. So I did. So I had to update my resume and do all that kind of stuff, even though this is internal. And I don't know. We're going to see what happens. But your girl DC needs to be back in six-figure land without it being through her working overtime. If y'all get what I'm saying, I want to work smarter, not harder. So, you know, prayers up to the Most High. They are looking for two people in both of the positions that I applied for, but I know I'm not the only one applying for them. But I did let my upline know so that she will put a bug in people's ears that I'm interested, not to mention the fact that they've been throwing all kinds of work at me. Your phone is ringing, sir. Take that phone call and take it upstairs. So that take it upstairs. Have the conversation. Yeah. Go talk to dad upstairs. Okay. Go upstairs. Sorry, y'all. My son is having a conversation with his dad, and he likes to put him on speaker. And yeah, YouTube don't need to hear that. YouTube does not need to hear that. So let me do some little housekeeping, keeping you guys, because I need to be in my own daggone chat, and I know I'm not. I know I'm not. And I have today's chat is monetized. So yeah, I figured out how to do that. Well, actually, no, I just wasn't lazy. I wasn't lazy like I normally am. and I just monetized this one ahead of time. So if people get stuck in like 2 and 3 minute commercials, sorry, you can skip the commercial, to get in. But I don't know how it's going to do it when it plays out. I don't know how it does it when it plays out. But I see that I am in my own daggone chat now, and what I'm going to do is I am going to share out that I am on, because I know how people don't always get the notification come through for my shit. So looking at the stuff that's been going on the platform and just around, let's start with Portia Williams. Y'all, now I know some people, are like kudos to to um Portia, but Black Twitter and Black YouTube have been dragging her for filth, as should be, because this only proves the point of who Portia Williams is. I'm like, even if you and Fallon were not friends, the man that you are with now is a friend or an acquaintance of your baby daddy. And this is trash. Not to mention the fact that he's still married. Girl, stop. Girl, stop. See, this is the type of woman. And see, Portia has a lot going for her, but she is, and I know she's making more money now, but she has such dusty, pick me behavior, y'all. Such dusty, pick me behavior. She really, really does. No girl code. Even like I said, even if you and Fallon weren't friends, it Atlanta is just a small community. Couldn't you have at least wait till the man was at least divorced? And it looks like you got the same daggone ring that he just took off of Fallon's finger. Thirsty any thirst much? I mean, I try to I try to like Portia, um, but she comes across as someone who doesn't have a lot going on upstairs other than hunger for money, hunger for status. Now I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But she done rolled from a young African, well, because I guess Dennis was in the same age range as her, to this old man, falling right into the KS type of female. Like, girl, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I mean, seriously, what is wrong with you, girl? Let me see if you guys can hear me, because I'm kind of sitting near the mic but not on the mic. Testing, testing. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Let me see. I'm I've turned myself up. Let me see. Can y'all hear me? y'all hear me? I don't know. Let me just see. Test, 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 test. I don't know. I think you can hear me. It looks like you can hear me. I just can't see it. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Testing, testing, testing. Yeah, I'm just not real close on the mic. Okay. All right. It's there. It's there. It's just I'm not real close on the mic. So I probably sound like I'm in a tunnel. But if I right up on the mic, it just sounds so hot. Let me see. If I put the mic over here, no, that's yeah. Let me move the mic. Okay, I'm gonna put the mic here. Maybe that's a little better. Yeah, that's a little better. I gotta figure this out because I'm not in my normal. I'm not in my normal setup today. Because I was doing some stuff on the computer. I was actually I'm set up in my living room instead of in my kitchen slash YouTube studio. So I had to bring the mic and everything where I am. So it's a little different setup, and we're gonna make it work. But getting back to Portia. Now, when we were introduced to Miss Portia Williams, she was married to Cordell Stewart, and at that time, her last name, she was, using her married name, Portia Stewart, and um, she seemed to really want to be a wife and really want to be a mother. Okay, that didn't happen with Cordell. They had a divorce, and it was ugly. Then homegirl is on the hunt for a man. Biological clocks ticking, all this stuff. So then, you know, she finally, you know, she's flitting around and she's talking about this African that she was dating, and we all thought it was Dennis, okay, because that's who she ended up being pregnant by. But people are saying that it may have been the person who she's now with, and that although this may seem like this is a 1 month whirlwind romance, that in fact they had been involved prior. Whatever the case may be, Portia Williams is a shady heifer, and all her friends need to watch their men around this heifer. Period. Point blank. Now, here's the thing about me. I do not, you know, I don't, I don't, I don't just leave my man. I've never done that at any point in time. Just around friends of mine, nah. It's especially if they're single and you're not. I don't understand. First of all, we don't even understand why when Fallon had the party and had all of these women over there shaking their behinds around it, that her husband was even there. That was a time that he should have been ghost, just like everyone else. So she was serving other women up to this man, and she was telling people her business in regards to issues that they were having in their marriage. And they were only married for like 2 years. And now he's with Portia. Um, I don't know. A lot of people are saying that this is for, a storyline. I hope not. I hope she ain't that thirsty that she gonna get with this man for a storyline. I don't think that it's that. I think that she's doing this because she's trying to obtain a bigger bag. Because apparently this man has probably more money than Dennis had, and her and Dennis, I don't know, that was a interesting relationship because I think dude was cheating the whole time she was with him, but nonetheless, she just seems to get entangled with people rather quickly. She's one of them, I don't know, serial, serial relationship people. You know, like y'all know how J Lo is. Like one of the women just can't be by themselves. Cannot be by themselves. That's what I think Portia is. A woman who can't be her by herself. Uh-oh. What just happened? Let me see. I don't think I lost you guys. I just gotta find you. Hopefully this is the StreamYard. Nope, that's not it. Where's my StreamYard? Oh, there's my StreamYard. There's my StreamYard. Y'all know that program, what's it called? Ginger or something that does like auto correcting and stuff. It's on my Mac and it just decided to update in the middle of my live stream. So it popped me off of my page for a second. And I thought it had popped me out of my live stream, but apparently it didn't because I could see that the live stream was still going on my phone. But I don't know. I'm just disappointed in Portia Williams' ways. But those Atlanta women are, I guess, a different type of woman. I'm not from there. I'm not from California, even though that's where I am. I am a DC girl. Okay, straight up. But um, moving on from Portia, so I got an opportunity to listen to the non Patreon version of the interview that Tasha K had with KS, and it was exactly as I what I thought it was going to be. An interview. She wasn't going after him. She wasn't trying to pull up any dirt on him, you know, or anything like that. And here's what I think. I think that if Derek Jackson had of gotten with her when his whole fiasco happened, that it might have he might have he might not have lost subscribers. Because those women who follow him are as foolish as the ones who in my opinion, that follow KS. But the interview with KS was um interesting. As I said before, he said he denies being part of the alphabet community. Um I've never, like I said, I don't watch him enough to form an opinion. Um but I have said that he appears to be very metrosexual, which is something that they don't even use in a term they don't even use anymore. Um, but you know, I guess the brother just likes to dress in suits. You know, um, he uses this corporate America spiel in regards to why he dresses that way, but um, he didn't have a very successful career in corporate America, from what I understand. And wearing a suit does not guarantee success. But you know, that's what he wants to do. He considers himself a Generation Xer, and I guess yeah, I guess he is because he's like he's in the same age range as he's a few years younger than myself, and I'm in that age where we're on the cusp. I'm in the age range where we are at the end of baby boomers, the beginning of Generation X. And the reason I say it's the end, a lot of people like to push the baby boomers all the way up to 1965, which makes absolutely no sense. But then you see other places where it stops around 62. And then, so Generation X starts somewhere between 62 and 65. And I was born in that gray period. Um, and, Kevin Samuels was born probably, I guess, he's like what 53, so that would mean he was born in what 69 or 70. So that would be form that would put him firmly in the Generation X. But the conversation he had with Tasha K was not, I guess, people wanted her to drag him about how he does his show and everything, but I knew that that was not what was going to happen. That's why I wasn't going to pay $15 just to, see an interview. I could wait. And I mean, she immediately released it, or at least released enough of it for those of us who only watch her on YouTube to see, you know, enough of it. And I mean, he did nothing. I believe was said in this interview that we none of us already know. I mean, he's not on YouTube under any fake name or anything. We already know he's from Oklahoma. We know all of this stuff. You know, now what I didn't know, I guess, is that his daughter's mother was his high school sweetheart. I guess they went to high school together. And he said that he grew up poor, I guess, but his family was a known name in whatever part of Oklahoma he grew up in, you know. So, it was just basically her delving into, where he is now and where he's going to go. I knew that this was going to be all about branding, about some type of opportunity. I knew that that's that it was about. It's about him getting his image, changing the image, or letting people know that this is where he's going, because we all knew dude could not sustain an audience or go where it is that he wants to go just with the female bashing of black women. He needs to take another stand. Now, Tasha didn't agree that that's what was going on. She thinks that, from the few, that she's watched, that his conversations generally don't start out that way. Girl, you need to watch more. That's all I'll say. Um, but this was not, for if you were looking for Tasha K to drag this man, it wasn't. She wasn't fangirling over him or anything, because she's a bigger YouTuber. But I think she just, game recognizes game. She knows that this is a business for him. This is, you know, the stuff that he's doing on there. It's a formula. I have said that he found the formula that works for him. Uh, he had something go viral, and it took him to the next level. That's what a lot of people want. I mean, there's people who've been on this platform for years, and then they have something go viral, and then they blow up. All of us would, if if you're treating this as a business, would hope, you know, that something would trigger to make your channel get bigger. My my main issue has always been with KS, has been with how he went about growing his channel. I just did not think, in my opinion, that it should be done on the backs of black women being humiliated. And I don't care what Tasha says. um, maybe he's her type. I guess. You know, I don't. You know, I don't see him as an attractive man. I don't. My opinion. You know, and then let's not also forget he is definitely does not fit what the stereotypical Kappa man looks like. Especially, oh, thank you, Jack. Jack, I like how you come in the room. Happy Wednesday. Thank you, bro, for the new microphone fund. Oh, thank you. Yes, you are a high value man. That was another thing that Kate S was on there talking about. The high value man. See, here's my thing. My whole issue is that a high value man and a high earning man are not necessarily the same thing. And I wish the black people would just stop it with this confusion. They're not the same thing. Stop it. High values means that you've got some type of moral character. Wait 1 second, guys. I don't want to knock this mic over. I don't really have it in a steady. I don't have it in a steady position right now. But this ain't no $10 mic or anything. This is just the first step to move into these bigger steps. I got to get a bigger ring light, all that stuff. Upgrade my computer, which I will be doing. I will be upgrading this computer. That the plan is to upgrade the computer this summer. My hope is that I will get this freaking promotion, which comes with a pay raise, by the way, and I won't have to save money. I'll just be able to just buy what I want outright. So that's what we're hoping. Otherwise, it'll take me like a month or two. Yeah, a month or two or three, because I want the new iMac in purple, of course. In purple, of course. And those start out at $1,200. I did not stutter. It's an all in one. But y'all know I'm an Apple girl. I'm an Apple girl, and I'm going to upgrade my iPad so that I can put some of the digital art programs on a newer iPad that can sustain them, because I want to start doing some digital art. I love doing my canvas art, but I want to learn how to do some of the digital art, because you guys know as I tinker around, I'm all over YouTube. But you know, I've met folk in the art community that do digital art, the anime, do canvas, you know, of all different ethnic diversities. Many are melanated people like ourselves. Do you know what I'm saying? That just brings me to a point. On Monday, I told you guys that I was trying to use melanated more when referring to us rather than using these other terms that, you know, somebody decided was what we were going to be called, not necessarily all of us. Like the term African American. I don't know, was that Jesse Jackson? I'm not sure. And when they decided to call us black. And and then before that we were Negro, and before that we were colored. Or was it colored, and then before that it was Negro. I don't know, because all I know is that I believe on my birth certificate, what was I? I was Negro, and I bet you my parents were colored. Yeah, because I was born after segregation. But my point is that the reason that I like the term melanated better, is because it better describes who we are. We are not black, okay? Even the darkest melanated person on this planet is not actually black. That is a term that somebody else chose to call us. And if you look up the definition of it, it's devoid of all, you know, light. Well, we definitely are not devoid of all light. We're not. That's one of the definitions of it. We are melanated, and we have so many different colors within us as a people. I know, a lot of people want to tie themselves to Africa and use that African American thing in there, but if you don't even know what part of the continent that you actually came from, just, let's not do this. Because, as I already said, when it comes down to trying to get this reparation, y'all are going to have to prove, you know, that you really not only have ancestry on the continent, but you're going to have to prove that you are descendants of the people who were in bondage that came from the continent. I'm just saying. I'm telling you that that's what's going to happen. It is what it is. I choose, I think melanated better describes us, especially, you know, when it comes to the divine in us. I'm just saying. The Most High doesn't call us that. He don't call us. He doesn't call us black. He don't call anybody black. He don't call anybody white. He doesn't even use these freaking this color system. Anyway, I digressed into another thing. Y'all know me. I'm very I am such a rebel. I can't say I'm pro black because y'all know we're melanated. And those people who call themselves pro black are a joke. So I would never want to align myself with that nonsense. I'm too intelligent for that. I'm too intelligent for that. But I'm definitely pro my people. I'm definitely pro my people. But getting back to KS and the interview with Tasha K. Like I said, it went exactly as I thought it was going to go. It was really her basically validating him for larger YouTube. Period. Point blank. Because she's where he wants to be. And and all the crap that's been going on, please don't let it fool you. That girl's gonna reach a million before he does. He's gonna reach a million. I ain't gonna even hate on him. He's gonna reach a million. There, but let's remember that there are a few, not a whole bunch, but there are a few black or melanated or whatever you want to call them people on this platform that have at least a million subscribers, and they didn't do it via drama or anything like that. You got folk. Well, she did have a little drama. I mean, you have folk like Damo Wilson, who is, I mean, everybody may not be into her music and all of that stuff, but she had a large following before she was in that crazy relationship that she was in for a couple of years, and after. And I mean, she's been on red carpets. She's recognized in the music industry and everything. Definitely has over a million followers. Um, the thing is that there's just not that many of us that get to that level as fast as he is. He had something that struck a nerve, and maybe what struck a nerve was the way he was talking to women, and maybe a lot of people just couldn't believe that this man was really on here dragging women like this. In my opinion, I don't know. Maybe that's what it was. I know that's what I'm saying. You've got it, trust me. I like I've been, all over the place. I know a few of the gamers, and then I mean you've got people, they're ones who are in the art sector who are also into gaming. And most of us grew up in the generation where, we grew up playing the game. And most of us we got all the way, I would say, into our 30s, and then we probably started to let probably not weren't so much into the game, but then doing this last year, a lot of people really got back into their game, and it was just I've been on some channels and listened to some of these discussions and everything, and I mean people are like really into some of these games, and those channels really do blow up. They blow up, you know. They've got and all they do is gaming on their channel. They're not in the middle of the drama or none of that stuff. Now, Let me take a drink of my ginger beer first. Now, um, all this stuff that's been going on around here in regards to, you know, the quote unquote black sector and the quote unquote black beef sector really merging is just some of that is just funny to me because all along I've been friends with people who fall in either or. I mean, like some of the people that I am mods with on channels on bigger channels like the gossip channels, celebrity gossip channels, some of those bigger channels because we don't just stew down here in 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 all the craziness that's going on. But I mean, I know them from those channels. Some of them I didn't even know had channels, or I knew them when their channels were first starting out and everything. When we were all trying to get our subscribers, that's how I met all of these, a lot of them. And then as channels grew, some people ended up doing all of this beefing and everything, and then other channels are doing other things. You got cooking channels, you got people who are doing um natural hair. You have all of these things that are going on within all of this, besides people who are who may be doing some of the beefing back and forth. And then you got, you know, these folks who are trying to start mess between channels that frankly weren't bothering each other. It's it's like this stuff happens. Like I've been a content creator on here for a few, like 3 years, although my channel has existed since 2011. So I've had a channel for 10 years, but I've only created content on my channel consistently for the last like 3 years. And I've been monetized since last year. But I watch all of the stuff going on, and for me, I go to whose channel I want to go to, and I watch all the stuff going on because you see people who are 1 minute they cussing out each other out, calling everything, calling each other everything but a child of God, and then a couple of months later, they're in each other's chat, saying, "Hey sis, hey bro," all this stuff like nothing ever happened. That's why the people who get in the middle of that stuff and you know jump off the porch, get involved, trying to get into stuff, it just don't do it. If this if it if whatever's going on is between so and so and so and so, let them deal with this stuff. Why is everybody in everybody's business? I don't even understand that. It's like this is not like how people are in the real world. People aren't like this in the real world. They're not. I mean, I for one don't come on to YouTube looking for a relationship. You know, I've met many YouTubers who I consider content creator associates that I whose channels I like. I like their demeanors and everything. But honestly, they're YouTube friends. Unless I meet them off of in real life, I could never say someone on this platform is my friend, nor would I trust them like a friend. I just don't get the nonsense that goes on because I think that's what causes a lot of the problem. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a little struggle channel over here just trying to do my own little thing, you know. trying to get my own business and my own stuff out there, which is exactly what I was working on earlier tonight. I finally downloaded all of my emojis and badges to my Mac from my Canva where I designed them. So I'm going to upload all of that stuff to YouTube Studio so that I will oops, gonna knock the mic over. Have all of that up. And I guess they give you the opportunity to put a video in there. So I guess I should work on my video for the membership. I'm gonna work on that too. You know, I'm working on so many things right now. I'm trying to finish this book on raising a black man, on raising a black boy into a black man with autism, my son. And no, he is still learning to be a man. And I am not the one who is teaching him. Trust and believe. I thank God his father is in his life. And, you know, my man is in his life. His grandfather's in his life. You know, his uncle's in his life. His cousin. He has black men around him. All the, the black men that are members of my church. Seriously. You know, I'm not, I don't understand these. I don't understand these women who think that they can teach a black, uh, who can teach a boy how to be a man. I don't care what color. I don't understand that. And my darkly melanated son, who has what people consider a disability, by all means, I that's the one thing that is most important is for him to know the things that he needs to know that I can't teach him from that level. And that's the part where we're it's a challenge. Even though my book is going to be talking about all the way up to basically he getting him through high school and everything, you know, I'm still raising him. I'm still raising him. We're still trying to get him to a point where he is a independent person, you know, figuring out what skills that he has that will be viable skills that he can make money with. He loves music. So I'm helping him with that. I don't know if that's going to be how he's going to make, you know, any money. I'm also, teaching him how to garden. I'm also, working with him with art because hey, I know how to do art. I'm doing different things to help him to bring out whatever are the things in him that are his strengths. But I'm also, because he is really good with computers, I'm going to get him in some type of class. I'm trying to see if we can get him into a coding class for individuals on the spectrum. That's what I'm working on. They had them all throughout COVID, but we just couldn't get it together. We couldn't get it together for him to be in one. So, oh, and I figured out what happened with my Friday show. I told you guys I didn't get a strike on my show. I got a notification that I couldn't monetize the show because I guess one of the sound one of the sound effects that's on my sound card is instrumental of Taylor Swift. So what I'm doing is I'm muting. the song. So if I can mute the song, I'll be able to monetize it. If I can't mute the song, then I'm going to mute the sound for, I think, 40 seconds of my hour video on Friday. So y'all see why I don't use anybody else's music? Y'all see why I only have my own? And I did have a conversation with my goddaughter. I'm about to have like 10, 15 songs to choose from to be able to play on all my stuff, in my videos, in my lives, for my coffee talk series. Because, I don't, I found a couple of songs in the YouTube library that are nice, but everybody uses them because they're the only ones that there's only a few of them in there that are decent enough to put to any video. And the R&B ones I can count on one hand. So she's gonna bring some stuff to me. We getting ready to get some stuff going. I'm getting ready to be her initial manager because she's about to release her stuff. So that's gonna be interesting because my job is gonna be helping her to get herself to the level where she can get someone who is industry savvy at that level, has the connections, so I'm going to be doing some conversations with people that I know in the industry that know people so I can help her. But, I'm going to tell her I'm going to be helping her to manage herself. That's what it's going to be. Because I don't really want it, you know what I'm saying? I don't really want to be, I want her to manage herself with a little assistance from myself until she's to a point where she can afford a manager, a good manager that's not going to steal all her money. It's not going to steal all her money, you know. And she came out of this really talented bunch of kids at my church. I mean, I know I keep, singing the praises and everything, but I'm like my minister of music, her three sons are in the industry. D Smoke, her middle son, is now Grammy nominated. Okay, her oldest son is an R&B singer. He and D Smoke wrote wrote and sung backgrounds for Jaheim back in the day. Um, D Smoke has an ASCAP award. We've got Tiffany Goucher, who came out of my church, who is more in that Layla Hathaway kind of sound. Um, all of them are by the way from the same family. All of them are related. And then you have my goddaughter, who all these kids grew up together. We have one guy who does sound for tours going around the world in the industry. Our One of our piano players tours with the Temptations. Another, a guitarist, you know, has, has done session work. We've got working musicians that are part of our of the people in our church. So there's lots of connections within our church to get her where she wants to go. But I'm just going on and on and on and on. My son came down here because I guess he always knows when I've been on for almost an hour. What? It's not quite that time. I will turn it on in a minute. But if you're gonna get on the camera, you're gonna have to come around here. You're gonna have to come around here because remember, I'm sitting on the sofa tonight. I'm not in the kitchen. You want to come on camera? Go around this way. I'm gonna let him get on camera, y'all. I'm gonna turn the camera on just a second. All right, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Oh, I guess I should. Yeah, let me move this out the way. All right, let me see if I can bring the camera on. See if we can bring it on. Hey guys,
Okay.
say hi.
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah, I know. Still in my hat.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys, that's a man. You see what I'm saying? So there's nothing I can do to teach him how to be a man. I have to have men around him, and I have to specifically have melanated men around him, including his father, whether he likes it or not, to be responsible for that. That's my responsibility. My responsibility is make sure it happens. The things that I can do is to help him to be self-sufficient. Those are the things that I'm working on. But being a man, no, I can't. I'm not that woman. And the women who think that they can teach a boy how to be a man, you can't. Only a man can do that. It's the truth. You can teach them some things, but there's some things that they have to learn from other men. It's just the truth, you know. But then again, I'm not a feminist. Y'all know that. I am about my sisters, definitely. I'm about being a feminine woman and about a lot of things, but I'm not a feminist because, in my opinion, feminism is not for me. It's not for me as a melanated woman. It's for them women, who are the color of my palm. It's for them. They created it for them. They didn't create it for us. And the only thing that it has done for us is gotten rid of what we consider the nuclear family. You know, our men and our women in the same house with the kids. You know, and contrary to popular belief, we're not in here in this quote unquote welfare state. Just teach him. Oh, not to sweat. Wait, raising the toilet. Yeah, yeah. He don't raise the toilet seat. He. You know, the toilet seat stays raised. I have to put the toilet seats down in my house. But actually, we have two bathrooms. So the one that's downstairs, the toilet seat stays down. The toilet seat in the upstairs bathroom is always up. So guess who doesn't use that bathroom? Yeah, I'm not doing it. You know, sometimes maybe if I guess when I get up in the middle of the night, but I have to remember that they ain't putting down no toilet seat. I'm in a house full of men. It is what it is. And you can't just no, no. Yeah, yeah. The hygiene thing is a thing that we need that we work on. Go ahead, open the door. Open the door. I think it's time for me to get off here because that means my dude is home. So anyway, you guys, let me get out of here. I will be back online on here live. Hey, babe. I'll be back on live on Friday, but until then, you guys, I offer you peace and let me move this mic out the way and blessings from the West Side. I'll see you guys Friday. Peace. Thanks, Jack, for the Cash App or for the super chat. Thank you. See you guys.